Kylie and Julia's 1001 Nights. Once upon a time, there was a merchant who basically had a life like Eliza in the Wild Thornberrys. He was given the ability to talk to animals, but difference here being that if he told anyone, he'd die. He had an ox that he sent out to work in the fields, who was kind of getting tired of it, and a donkey who basically did nothing all day long. One night, the merchant overheard the ox talking to the donkey. Ox basically told donkey that he had a charmed life, and he was totally jealous. The donkey told him that if he didn't want to do work anymore, all he had to do was make everyone think he was sick. Ox decided to go for it, and all was going according to plan. He totally freaked out the plowman, who went to talk to the merchant. Since he'd overheard the conversation, the merchant decided to make the donkey pick up the slack instead. So, by giving others advice to shirk duties, he got all of them. Back at the barn, Donkey tried to get Ox to forget all of the advice he'd given him and change everything back. That sneaky merchant overheard everything again and started to laugh. His wife overheard him and asked what was so funny. He told her he couldn't say, but clearly she didn't understand the brevity of the situation. He tried explaining that he would die if he told her, but she didn't really care all that much. So he decided he'd give in. He got his family together, set to dividing his property, and basically prepared himself to die. Meanwhile, a rooster was running around and playing with some of the hens. A dog caught up to him and scolded him for being so foolish at such a tragic time as their master's impending death. Well, the rooster had a solution to the whole silly thing. Grab a branch, lock his wife in a room, and beat her mercilessly with the branch into obedience. So, of course he overheard the whole thing. So, he did. And they all lived happily ever after. The end. Once there was a different merchant who decided to go for a walk one day. Along the way, he was eating some dates and was tossing the seeds to the side as he walked. Suddenly, a demon appeared and told him he was going to kill him. Apparently, one of the seeds he'd thrown had knocked the demon's son in the head and killed him. The merchant begged for a year in which he could prepare himself for his death, and promised to return promptly. The demon allowed him 1 year, and off he went. He split his property and grieved with his family, but at the end of the year he returned as promised. While he waited, an old man appeared with a deer, who after hearing his story decided to wait with him. 2 more old men appeared, one who had 2 black dogs with him. The demon finally appeared, and the man with the deer approached him, imploring that if he found his tale interesting, he could give him 1/3 of the merchant's punishment. ...